Have you ever felt a bit lost in the vast world of yarn? You're definitely not alone. Many people dive into this craft thinking it's just about picking colors and patterns, but there's so much more beneath the surface that often goes unnoticed. Imagine you've chosen the perfect skein, only to be hit with the emotional weight it carries. Crafting is just about the yarn, it's also about connection, community, and surprisingly, emotional intelligence. But what does that mean for you? It's easy to overlook the feelings woven into every stitch. You might think you are just knitting a scarf, but what if that scarf tells a story? Or worse, what if your doubts and fears are holding you back? This is a challenge many face, yet few acknowledge. Picture yourself at a local knit night, surrounded by laughter and friendship. Do you sense the subtle tension in the room? Maybe someone is struggling to express their creative vision, with unspoken worries and dreams hanging in the air. This is where emotional intelligence becomes crucial, yet it often gets overlooked. The more you engage with your craft, the more you realize it's not just about the yarn in your hands. It's about the stories behind it, the friendships you build, and the emotional journeys you embark on. And the zoos, the shoes, Have you considered how your past influences your crafting approach? As you delve deeper, you might find yourself comparing your work to others, and that feeling of unease can stifle your creativity. You might wonder, why can't I create like that? But here's the key: embrace your unique voice. Recognizing that emotional connection can elevate your craftsmanship beyond mere appearance. Now, let's raise the stakes. Imagine pouring your heart into a project only to face criticism. How would that affect you? Would you retreat, or would you use it as motivation to grow? The journey to resilience is easy, but it's incredibly valuable. These hidden challenges go beyond yarn techniques, they involve navigating your own feelings and those of others. Learning to express your emotions can help you form deeper connections within your crafting community. So, what's the solution? Start small. Open up during your next crafting session and share why you chose a particular yarn. You might be surprised at how that vulnerability sparks conversation and builds camaraderie. Remember, crafting is just a solitary activity, it's a shared experience. Embrace the emotional complexity that comes with it. The next time you pick up your needles or hooks, remember that the yarn is just fibers, it's a tapestry of feelings, stories, and connections waiting to be explored. As you weave your next project, ask yourself, what story do you want to tell? Dive into those emotions and watch how your craft transforms not just your creations, but also your connections with others. If you found this thought-provoking, just think of the other layers hiding beneath the surface of your next project. Stay curious. Did you know your yarn might be hiding more than just cozy patterns? It could hint at deeper emotional struggles within your crafting community you might not even notice yet. Picture this: you walk into a cozy yarn shop, surrounded by vibrant colors and soft textures. Beneath that cheerful atmosphere, however, there's an unspoken tension. People aren't just bonding over their love for yarn, they're navigating hidden emotional currents that can disrupt the fabric of their community. What if those little frustrations or misunderstandings are more than quirks of crafting? They could be warning signs of a lack of emotional intelligence among your fellow crafters. You might start to feel that certain conversations carry a weight, filled with unexpressed emotions. Imagine you're working on a project when a fellow crafter suddenly snaps at you over a minor mistake. It seems like a fleeting moment, but it's a red flag. This isn't just about yarn, it's about how we communicate and support each other emotionally. Many people overlook these moments, brushing them off as typical crafting stress. But what if they signal something more significant? Ignoring these signs could lead to a fractured community where the joy of creation fades into frustration. Take a moment to reflect. Have you ever felt misunderstood or isolated in a group that should feel warm and welcoming? Those feelings aren't yours alone. Others might share them, but no one's discussing it. Now, let's dig deeper. The hidden challenges of integrating emotional intelligence into yarn crafting can show up in surprising ways, such as how someone reacts to feedback or shares their vulnerabilities. Suddenly, crafting becomes a reflection of our emotional landscape. Think back to times you gathered with friends to share your latest projects. Were there moments of tension? Were there moments of tension? Share a moment of your Perhaps someone felt overshadowed or dismissed. These interactions can either strengthen your bond or unravel it if left unaddressed. So, what can we do? It starts with awareness, recognizing those subtle cues and being open to discussing them. It's about creating a community where everyone feels safe to express their emotions. Imagining a space where every crafter is not just heard but truly understood. By embracing emotional intelligence, you can turn those warning signs into opportunities for deeper connections. As we wrap up, reflect on your own crafting circles. Are you ready to pay attention to the hidden challenges around you? Building an emotionally intelligent community will enhance your crafting experience and enrich every relationship you form through yarn. Let's make our creative spaces not just about the craft, but about the connections that bind us together. So, what will you do the next time you sense a warning sign? Let's start that conversation. That's sorry, sorry, Have you ever felt a wave of frustration while working on a knitting project? You're definitely not alone. Many crafters experience what I like to call yarn stress, yet only a few recognize the hidden signals that accompany it. Imagine if this you sit down with your favorite yarn, excited to create something beautiful. But instead of joy, you feel overwhelmed with anxiety and doubt. This is where the challenge of blending emotional intelligence with your crafting comes into play. Most people overlook this idea, thinking it's just part of the creative process. However, ignoring these emotional signals can derail your project and impact your sense of community. It's a problem lurking in your craft room, ready to trip you up at the worst moment. Think back to the last time you struggled with a tricky stitch. The yarn slipped through your fingers, and you felt pressure building inside. It's not just about the yarn, it's about how you respond to that pressure. Crafting involves not only technique, but also an understanding of your emotional state. Interestingly, the simplest projects can trigger intense feelings. Imagine working on a gift for someone special. The stakes feel higher, and suddenly your hands start to shake as you knit. Have you ever wondered why that happens? This tension often stems from a lack of emotional awareness. Your yarn does just hold fibers, it carries your feelings too. Connecting with your craft on an emotional level opens the door to a deeper understanding of yourself and those around you. It's a dance between creativity and emotional intelligence that many overlook. Then there are the inevitable mistakes. Maybe you drop a stitch, and instead of brushing it off, it spirals into self-doubt. Am I even good at this? But these moments can be valuable opportunities for self-discovery and growth. Now, imagine you're in a crafting circle with friends, sharing ideas, but one person is carrying unaddressed emotions. That tension can ripple through the group, affecting everyone's enjoyment. Recognizing these hidden signals could transform that experience. So, what can you do? Start by tuning into your feelings. Notice when frustration creeps in and ask yourself why. Is it the yarn or something deeper? Acknowledge these emotions before they take control. Remember, your craft reflects who you are. By integrating emotional intelligence into your practice, you are not just creating art, you are building a supportive community. Understanding your feelings can